Another shift is community. If you lived in a small town in Canada, can I have an obscure hobby? Somebody, an obscure hobby, please. It's like theater sports. Come on, someone. Sorry? Button collecting. Like, is that like the buttons you put on, or these kind of buttons? Okay, button doesn't really matter. Button collecting. So, say you live in a small town in Canada. You might be the only person who loves button collecting. You have no one to trade with, no one to share with, no one to share your complete set of Canucks buttons with, or whatever. But the web enables you to find a community. It enables you to find passionate lovers of buttons all over the globe, right? All over Canada, where you can get together and form conferences. You can have meetups. In fact, meetup.com is a site which conveys a truth that's been as old as the internet. The surprising thing about the web, and this has been true back in the 80s and the days of bulletin board systems, is that in fact, people who are not, they're not antisocial people. Well, they may be guys in their pajamas in the basement, but they're not antisocial guys in their pajamas in the basement. They want to meet each other in real space. And so a site like meetup.com enables people with any kind of common interest to get together and share. And again, it's about the access to tools and technology that enables people to form those communities about anything. In the 20th century, the 20th century was ruled by mass media, right? We had Gutenberg and the printing press, we had Marconi and his radio, and we had a bunch of gatekeepers. We had television producers, radio producers, publishers, editors, on and on and on. And so, for example, if you came to work on Thursday morning in 1955 and you stood around the water cooler, you could be confident that pretty much everybody last night saw I Love Lucy. You can hear from the CEO, you can hear from the product manager, you can hear from somebody in the front line of a support company, right? And that kind of transparency is great and interesting to lots of people. Now, it gets you into trouble as well. How many people watched a video or saw a mainstream news piece about Domino's Pizza this week, right? Yes, a bunch of you. For those of you who don't know, a YouTube video, there was some dumb kids at Domino taped themselves, videotaped. They worked at Domino's, they were Domino's employees, videotaped themselves doing rude things to food and stupidly posted it to YouTube. And then like some smart people on a great blog called The Consumerist actually used the video, and like, I think the detail was that the video panned by a window and there was a Jack in the Box across the street. So some smart people just like used Google Maps to be like, okay, where in North America is there a Domino's and a Jack in the Box across the street from each other? So they found them, and like 2 days later it was in the New York Times and on your local news, and the Domino's actually handled it really well. You can find the video of the CEO on YouTube talking about the steps they'd taken to like arrest these people and you know, cleanse the restaurant with bleach and all of these kind of factors. And no, it's really good. The only problem is that the CEO is clearly reading off cue cards and he's not looking at the camera, which makes it a touch creepy. But anyway, that's transparency. It's engendered by the fact that anybody can publish a video anywhere, right? There are, I hope some of you may be in the room, but there are positions at large organizations called brand manager. That is a lie. Your job title is not brand manager, it is brand mitigator. That is the best you can do, okay? The idea is that the principles remain the same. The principles will keep you in good stead whatever the new hot thing that comes out is. Because another one is coming, right? We don't know what it is right this moment. There are lots of pretenders. But another one is coming for sure, just as every one before it has come, just as we had blogs and podcasting and MySpace and Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and on and on and on and on and on, right? If you get the principles, the foundational ideas right, then it's quite easy to map that stuff to a new strategy for a new channel, we like to call them, a new social media channel.